Hi, I'm Nicola Cairncross.
Hi, hello, hey, hi.
I'm going to talk to you about success. Yes.
Hi, it's Nicola here and welcome back to the Vzine. It's a big week this week. I'm going to travel back to England and I'm going to see Phoebe and Nelson and stay with them for 2.5 weeks pretty much. And that all kicks off with a very early start on Wednesday morning. 4:30 in the morning I'm being picked up. That is grim. There's got to be a better way. I don't know what it is. I've talked about it in my newsletter this week. So in the meantime, in the absence of a better practical solution to doing at least one early morning, horrible early morning start, either going there or coming back. In the winter, it's fine in the summer because EasyJet run a lot more flights to our local airport, but in the winter, it's Athens, and that's 3.5 hours away, if not slightly more. So in the absence of a better practical solution, I'm going to change the way I think about it. It's going to be great getting up at 4:30 in the morning. I'll have all that time on the coach to read and chat to my friend who I'm travelling with, and I'm going to really enjoy getting such an early start because it means I get to England a lot earlier and I'll have all of the rest of the afternoon and evening with Phoebe and Nelson. I'm really looking forward to it. How's that for a reframe? Today I want to talk to you about 5 little questions that I ask myself at the end of each year and I'd like to share with you. So the first of the questions, what worked in 2018? Well, what worked for me was continuing to press on with my membership site, Clicks and Leads Academy. It had quite a good take up last year and this year has been even better by, well, astonishing amounts extra actually. And the main thing that really made the difference in what worked there was taking a bit of advice from my mentor. He said, try an annual membership. Now, I could not believe that anyone would be willing to sign up for a whole year. I was offering monthly memberships. I tried it though, there's nothing to lose. 80% of people over the last year have signed up for an annual membership. Not only has it been wildly successful in that respect, but it's also been fantastic for attracting really great clients. The kind of clients who know they want to work on their business for the next year and who are committed to that and who know a bargain when they see one. So to save 30% if you decide that you're going to work with someone for a year is a fantastic deal. And the other thing that's worked has kept nudging the membership level up. I started at $49 a month and I'm now at £147 a month. So again, you know, you just never know what the price will bear. What else worked this year? Getting onto a regular cycle of producing content and getting a process going. So basically I just do the bits I'm good at, the bits that only I can do, like talking to camera because nobody else can do that for me, and then getting processes in place to make sure the content is taken off me and it appears regularly. It's really enhanced not only my traffic to my website, but it's enhanced my traffic to my sales pages, which is more important. And I think it gives a lot of value. I get a lot of good comments, I get a lot of good engagements, I get a lot of shares, which can only be storing up good karma for the future. Okay, so what didn't work this year? Well, what didn't work was very clear. It was taking a holiday in August. Basically, my podcast partner Judith takes a month off every August and December. I tried it, and what I found was I fell right off the wagon. So in August I didn't produce any content, and then September went on because I had some unexpected visitors out here and I just never really got the focus of mind back to get it going again until early November, because when I looked at my analytics I realised that while the traffic to my website overall hadn't gone down, the traffic to my sales pages had halved. Content that I was creating for social media was sending people straight through to the sales pages. It was a real big learning curve, and it also showed me that I need to be in a regular routine of creating content, and I do that on a Monday now. I do the Vzine and I do my 7 daily videos, and I find that much easier. So what did you learn this year? That's question number 3. What I learned is that I need to stop paying attention to what other people do, and I need to just trust my gut instinct and trust myself. I've got a mentor who I can ask any any tricky questions of. In fact, I've just thrown a couple of curveballs at him now. And I also have a very good peer group, so in my mentors community. So I don't feel the entrepreneurial loneliness I've talked about in some of my videos before. I'm in a great community of people who are all much more successful than I am. And that really, really helps. I think being mentored by someone who's done exactly what you want to do, being surrounded by people in that community who've also done exactly what you want to do but are further ahead down the road, that really helps. I'm going off to his conference and I'm really looking forward to that. So I'll be surrounded by all the people that I interact with on a daily basis online. Question number 4, what will you do differently this year? I want to travel more, and I want to go to more conferences, and I want to go and hang out with my peers in various places around the world. Now obviously there's a financial impact on that, but the good news is it's all tax deductible. So I've got a trip to Australia planned in March, and the funny thing was, as soon as I booked that to go to my mentors conference, I got a speaking engagement in Australia in the same city within the same month. So I'm going to stay with my brother in between. That's just fantastic. It means I'll be away from home for nearly a month, but I'm really looking forward to it. Sydney's a fantastic city. I'll really be able to get to see it this time, as opposed to going in and out within a week, which is what I did last time. And then of course I'm off to Las Vegas in May. I'm really looking forward to that. That's another one of my very good friends who has one of the biggest masterminds in the world in Las Vegas every May. Final question I ask myself every year is, what do I really, really want? What I really, really want is I want to travel more, and I also want to finish my book. I've got 15,000 words of a sci-fi novel written. I've got a trilogy planned out. It will be a massive achievement if I can write a novel. I never thought I'd be able to do creative writing in spite of having written 4 or 5 business books. I never thought that you could learn to write a novel, but there are structures to it. There are things you can learn to make you a better writer, and I've really enjoyed the whole process. So I'm really looking forward to getting that done. What do I really want? I want more of the same. This year has been fantastic. I've been getting much happier. Business has gone from strength to strength, and the only thing that I would like to do is travel more so that I can see Phoebe and Nelson more often as I pass through. That's always a good move. So you're going to ask yourself these 5 questions this year. What worked? What didn't? What did you learn? What will you do differently? And what do you really, really want? Notice none of them make you at fault. None of them make you wrong. It's all just a learning curve, and you can do it too. I hope that helps, and happy Christmas. So what's on the blog and the podcast this week? Well, obviously there's the daily videos. They go up on the blog every day, and this week's topics include mental models, how to think better, entrepreneurial loneliness, how to deal with it. Are you getting paid well enough? Are you getting paid in time? Are you getting paid on time? On Own It, episode 207, we cover how to buy a business no money down. I've been thinking about buying a business back in the UK, and I found a couple of potential candidates, but then I decided again that I didn't want to have anything to do with real life staff and anything to do with real life premises or anything that might tie me down to not being able to travel as much as I want to. So the businesses involved were not aligned with my values for 2019, and we talk about that in quite some detail on that. But we do talk about how to buy a business no money down using its own money, and there are plenty of virtual businesses for sale, so you can actually go along and buy a functioning website with lots of traffic and even producing a profit, and you can do that. And you can do that online quite easily. So if you want to hear some more about that, come and listen to episode 207 of ownitthepodcast.com. On the blog, as always, nicolacairncross.com/blog. I also cover list segmentation, what it is, how you might want to do it, and why you might want to do it. I cover the 3 different business models you can offer if you're a service industry, the done for you, done with you, or done for you models, and talk about that a little bit more. I talk about how to identify your ideal clients, and in episode 79 of the Vzine, it's all change again. So last week's episode of the Vzine is up there for you to enjoy now. Just go to nicolacairncross.com/blog, and I really hope you enjoy all this content. I know that a lot of new people are, because my figures are going through the roof. So if you're a long time listener, I really hope you're enjoying it too, and I'd love to hear from you. Just pop a comment underneath wherever you're looking at this right now, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or indeed nicolacairncross.com/blog, and I'll see you over there.